Well, good morning, everyone. This is David Ostro speaking. Probably you knew that anyhow. I would like to submit research results on early hip extension for consideration to the TPI Summit as a presentation. Greg, as you're aware, we've done early hip extension testing for the last 12 months. We've tested nearly 1,000 subjects. Our hypothesis here was that when a golfer fails any number of functional tests, including leg lowering, toe touch, overhead deep squat, and seated spine rotation, that they will early extend. We laid out a procedure that included an interview with the golfer to understand what the golfer's ability level is, as well as what their fitness routines were. We then went through the standard tests, including overhead deep squat, leg lowering, seated spine rotation, and toe touch as described in the TPI Level 1 courses and manuals. We then tabulated all the data. We then did video analysis of each person using a video camera and a down-the-line view in the standard fashion, and drew a line on the person's buttock looking for the presence or lack of presence of early hip extension as they make the backswing and a follow-through. In the end analysis, we found several important or several interesting facts. Toe touch seemed to have the strongest correlation to early hip extension compared to all other tests done. Our probability was 0.19 with degrees of freedom of 0.05. Overhead deep squat was second with a probability of 0.13 with 0.05 degrees of freedom, and leg lowering came in at 0.0829 with degrees of freedom of 0.05. What that basically means is I'm being given the data by statisticians. Granted, I'm not a statistics guy, but I can read what they've given to me on the statistics report. Is that there's a fairly strong correlation to toe touch and early hip extension, a slightly weaker correlation to overhead deep squat and early hip extension, and literally no correlation between leg lowering and early hip extension. Anyhow, in conclusion, it appears that there is a relationship between a golfer's ability to touch their toes using standard TPI testing methodology and early hip extension in the golf swing. So what we believe is that activities like hip hinge and bending properly and being able to touch toes are very important for a golfer. Anyhow, we would love to present this research at the TPI Summit, whether it be to the group at large or in an individual small group setting. I would assume that this could be about a 20 to 30 minute presentation where we'll have charts and video as well as a PowerPoint that would summarize all the results, the testing procedures, etc. It might make somewhat a dry presentation because it is a report of research. However, it appears to us to be a very important report of research done, as it not only confirms your assertions on deep squat and early hip extension, but begins to give us another reason why a golfer would early hip extend, which is seen in many folks who do pass an overhead deep squat. Anyhow, I submit this to you and hope that you'll give it consideration. I'll also forward to Greg the write-up that we have done so far. And if you have any questions, folks know how to get a hold of me. I look forward to working with you. Thanks.